Am I, 25M, overreacting to the cake my GF, 24F, of 3 years got me? Throwaway because my GF follows my main. So me and my GF have been together for almost 3 years and this is the first big fight we've ever had. For some context, our birthdays were last week and are 1 day apart. We decided to do a joint party with all of our friends with the agreement we would get each other the cakes the other wanted. My GF's favorite cake is a local specialty only made at one restaurant in the next town over. I on the other hand love cheesecake. I told her it could be any cheesecake and I'd be fine with the one from our local supermarket as it's pretty good. So the day before the party I drove about an hour each way to get my GF's cake. So we had the party and everything was going great till we brought the cakes out. My GF had gotten me just a cookie cake instead of a cheesecake. This really made me upset as I don't even like cookie cake that much. The cake part is fine. I just don't like the icing. I didn't say anything at the party, but when we got home I told my GF I was really upset she didn't get me the cake I wanted when I got her the one she wanted, but she told me that I was overreacting. And only little kids care about their birthday cake this much. Our friends are split between whether it's a big deal or not, so should I let this go or is it a serious issue? You drove 2 hours to get her favorite cake. It's not just a cake, it's the importance she has for you. And that is showing affection. She on the other hand dismissed your feelings in a very childish way. Like a little kid who doesn't like being called out. I think you should talk to her seriously. Express how her action made you feel and she should show understanding and apologize. Good luck. How hard is it to get a cheesecake? That takes minimal effort. Your feelings are important. She has shown that she doesn't think that making minimum effort to please you is important to her. I think that's a serious issue. The cake itself might not be a really big deal, but her telling you that you're overreacting when you talk to her about your feelings is a problem. Is this a pattern? How does she typically react when you share your feelings? Try reframing it as you're hurt she didn't put in the same effort you put in. Don't make it about cake. It's about matching effort and energy. Your girlfriend is being an ass for not apologizing. Next year get her a cheesecake. I dislike her reaction to your feelings more than anything else. But she should have known you were going to be disappointed in not getting such a simple thing. A cheesecake. Her not saying, I know I'm sorry. Happened and I couldn't get a cheesecake but I'll make it up to you, is wild to me. No matter how small. She should care if she hurt your feelings. We went to a barbecue at my in-laws for my husband's birthday. It was kind of a joint thing since our birthdays are a week apart. My husband loves ice cream cake. If he has a choice, it's what he will always pick. And his mom asked, even though she should know? My mom definitely knows what cake to get me without even asking. And of course he said ice cream. They also have an incredible local dairy that makes ice cream cakes in their town. We got to the barbecue. And when my mill pulled out the cake I wanted to punch her. Fucking lemon cake. My husband even tried to make a joke out of the lack of ice cream and she laughed it off like it didn't matter. My parents were also at this barbecue and my mom was horrified. She hates ice cream cake and I know if we ever end up celebrating my husband's birthday at my parents' house, there will be ice cream cake. Because that's what you do for the people you love. Or at the very least, red velvet. Which is my husband's number 2 choice and I'm sure my own mom knows that about him as well. But we take dessert and birthdays pretty seriously in my family. You have every right to be upset. The little things matter in a relationship. If your partner isn't willing to do the little things for you, forget about the big, important things. It may be a cake but it shows lack of effort on her part. I'm kind of wondering if she prefers cookie cake over cheesecake and was hoping you just wouldn't say anything. Which is silly, since she had a cake of her own. But, regardless, this shows you that she doesn't care to listen about what you want and will actively try to go against it. I'd be upset too. Your girlfriend was dismissive of your feelings and that isn't okay. I don't understand why she didn't apologize and explain it slipped her mind. Do you feel you normally put more effort into what she wants? Who planned the party? Who invited the guest? Picked the location? Started the convo for it? Did the food planning and hosted the guest? Why were your friends already informed of the disagreement between both of you as well? It's not about the cake. It's what the cake represents. You went out of the way to get her cake. She did not go out the way to do something equally for you. What demonstrates just how much she cares less for you than you do for her. Honestly, I would rethink this relationship. Wait, you both decided before your birthdays to get each other your favorite cakes. Then she reneged but knew you were keeping your end of the deal. Not cool of her at all. No, you're not overreacting. You're trying to understand why instead of saying sorry she's gaslighting the whole situation. If the agreement was the cake the other wanted, and you specified any cheesecake, then no, you're absolutely not overreacting. It's a small way to show she hears you and values what's important to you. She shouldn't be dismissing your feelings. I'm sure if the tables were turned she'd be upset too. On one hand it's cake. On the other hand you drove 2 hours to get her favorite cake. The kicker here is that she dismissed your feelings. That is never okay. You need to let her know that. Ask her why she dismissed you like that. For my 16th birthday, my parents got me a dulce de leche cake BC. They thought I'd like the flavor. Even though I hate cakes and they know this very, very well. I ate a slice but also told them that I don't like cakes. 2 days later they brought me a cheesecake, my fave, and we had a rebirthday dinner. So, if she really cared she'd make it up to you. And your likes and dislikes are not stupid. And you're not overreacting. Did she provide any reason at all that she didn't get you cheesecake? Because I don't get it. Why ask you what your preference then not get the cake? Then double down on her. Either error or her being inconsiderate. My husband loves German's chocolate cake. And I do not care for it at all. Then again, I'm a weirdo who usually do not like chocolate. Maybe in small quantity. Chocolate cake is fine but for me, I'd rather have either tiramisu or tres leches cake. But if it's his birthday or Father's Day, for dang sure, I'd make sure my husband gets that specific cake. German's chocolate cake. Because it's what he likes. That's it. That's the whole reason. For her to actually argue with you and say that you not getting cheesecake ain't a big deal. Then why in the world did she ask you what you'd want for your birthday cake then to not get it? Is this a prank? Because honestly, where I live, cheesecake is so easy to get. It's everywhere practically lol. Which makes me ask this. Is it that hard to get cheesecake where you live? Oh, I'm calling BS. Had you not driven the 2 hours to get her the cake she wanted, you would not be hearing the end of it the entire time you were with her. She could have put the effort in and gone to the store and bought the cheesecake. She didn't have to go to a special cake shop to get a cheesecake for you. All she had to do is make a stop at the supermarket, and she couldn't even be bothered to do that. Then ask her why she let you drive 2 hours to get hers. Seems passive-aggressive to get what you don't like when getting what you do like would be so freaking easy.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.